Hey y'all, welcome back to another Psalm study. So today we're going over Psalm 14 and 15. And these two Psalms remind me of Psalm chapter 1, where it talks about the two ways, right? Those who are blessed and then those who are wicked. And so with these two, this talks about the portrait of sinners, and this is a description of the godly. Now, these titles I got from the CSB. In this particular translation, which is the scriptures, the TS 2009, it does not have chapter titles or anything like that, which I like and don't like. It's just really a personal preference. But without the chapter titles, it's more so how it was originally written because there were no chapters. It kind of just flowed and whatnot all together. So, starting with chapter 14, the fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahuwah. They have done corruptly. They have done an abominable deed. There is no one who does good. Yahuwah looked down from the heavens on the sons of mankind to see if there is a wise one seeking Yahuwah. They have all turned aside. They have together become filthy. No one is doing good, not even one. Have all the workers of wickedness no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread and do not call on Yahuwah? There they are in great fear, for Yahuwah is with the generation of the righteous. You would put to shame the counsel of the poor, but Yahuwah is his refuge. Oh, that the deliverance of Yasharal would be given out of Zion. When Yahuwah turns back the captivity of his people, let Yaakov rejoice, let Yasharal be glad. So this particular song reminded me of Lot, right? When Abraham was asking Yahuwah, what if there's like 10 people? I think he started with like 50 or 40, and he kept going down because Yahuwah was going to completely demolish Sodom and Gomorrah. And Abraham was like, he knows that Lot is there, and he was trying to save Lot from being demolished, from being, destroyed with everybody else. And it reminds me of that. It reminds me of Noah. It reminds me of Job when it says that he looked down from the heavens on the sons of mankind to see if there was a wise one seeking Yahuwah. And it talks about how Noah and Job were, upstanding men. They were righteous, right? So was Lot, right? But I think Lot more so was saved because of Abraham, not because of Lot himself. So that's what that makes me think of. But even in today's time, when Yahuwah looks upon the earth, I don't believe that he sees a righteous person, and if he does, they're like far and few in between. And then I don't know, it could be possible that there are righteous people, you never know. But I know that all men fall short. So over here in my notes, I kind of just put bullet points of what a sinner is, like, or the wicked. So they believe there is no Yahuwah. They act corruptly, don't do good. They're unwise. They turn aside. They're filthy, unknowledgeable, don't call on Yahuwah. They're fearful. They shame the poor in their advice. And despite all of this, Yahuwah will deliver, taking us out of captivity, and we will rejoice. So we don't deserve a lot of the things that Yahuwah is going to give us. We don't deserve deliverance. We don't deserve his grace and mercy. And a lot of people take advantage of that, me included, So we're undeserving of these things, but when we repent and when we ask for forgiveness and we are, doing everything we can to not be sinners and to not walk in the way of the wicked. Yahuwah sees that. He sees our heart. A lot of people, they use that. Oh, he knows my heart. He knows my heart. He sees my heart. He does. And he knows your ingenuineness, right? He knows that. When people say, oh, he knows my heart. He knows my heart. Yes, he knows how deceitful and wicked your heart is. He absolutely does know that. Yes. Okay. So now moving on to the description of the godliness, I did the same thing here. description of those who are set apart. I just took, some of the what I've highlighted and underlined and kind of put them into bullet points to give like an overall outline of the chapter. Yahuwah, who does sojourn in your tent, who does dwell in your set apart mountain, he who walks blamelessly. So he's asking these questions and telling you who the type of people that sojourn in his tent and dwell in his set apart mountain. So he who walks blamelessly and does righteousness and speaks the truth in his heart. That's what I was just talking about. Yahuwah knows your heart. No matter what's coming out of your mouth, it's your heart that he's looking at. The words, that don't matter. You can say that you love the Most High all day, every day. But in your heart, if you're just saying, oh, I'm saying this just because this, that, and the other, he knows that. So who speaks truth in his heart? He has not slandered with his tongue. He has not done evil to his neighbor, nor lifted up a reproach against his friend, in whose eyes a reprobate one is despised. But he esteems those who fear Yahuwah. He who swears to his own heart and does not change. He has not put out his silver at interest, right? Not, letting people borrow money and then tacking on interest for them to pay you back. And has not taken a bribe against the innocent. He who does these is never moved. And I put a question mark here because I wasn't quite sure what this means. He who does this is never moved. I'm still not quite sure what that means. I'm assuming that the person who does all these things is not moved to do wickedness, is not moved from here, sojourning in Yahuwah's tent or dwelling in his set apart mountain. I don't know. It could mean different things. I'm just not 100% sure, right? So it talks about how, the righteous person, they're blameless. They're righteous. They speak truth in their heart. They don't slander. They don't do evil to neighbors. They don't lift up a reproach against friends. They don't despise being reproved. They esteem the fearful of Yahuwah. They do not add interest to what is borrowed, and they don't take bribes. So this is painting a picture of like the two different ways that people live. There's two types of people on this earth. There is no in between. There is no like gray area. There is no, oh, half sinner, half righteous. No, in Revelations, it said that Yahusha said that he would rather you either be hot or cold, be all in one or the other, but not straddling the fence. These are the two types of ways that people can live, but you can't be in the middle. It's either you're a complete sinner or a complete righteous person. This is where I'm trying to be. This is where I'm trying to leave here and be here. Okay? Yes. So that is all I have for y'all.